we're going to be doing this thing, how do we use it?
Mm.
I'm a child health psychologist, so I basically focus on health related, meaning things like access to services is my big thing. So I look at particular groups, why they can't get into services. Is it something wrong with the group population, or is it
Yeah.
something wrong with our services?
Yeah.
Normally it's both, but predominantly it's something wrong with our services. The services are not accessible for that population, cannot speak the right language. But, and I mean language not just in terms of syntax, but you got to know about this, the commonalities between this group,
Yeah.
the values, the cultures they bring. So I do a bit of like negotiating with health providers in local authority. For example, you might work in partnership settings as part of the university and say, yeah, so we've seen this data, for example, the life expectancy is here, or it could be that not many people are accessing your services here, we've noticed. Could you explain a bit why? And then for me as a researcher also, we'll say, okay, let's investigate that as a researcher, explore the psychological barriers or the systematic barriers, like why they can't get in. And same with education, health and education. That's the reason why I've been in education, is because they're very similar in terms of the problems. So when people ask me what do I do, I think it's very hard because you do a bit of everything. You do a bit of teaching, research, a bit of clinical work, one-to-one work with people. I don't do that as because it can be quite time-consuming, that one, and energy. It requires a lot of focus when you're working with clients one-to-one, and I want to give it the best quality, isn't it? So that's why I take on fewer clients. So you're able to do it, and then because you've got the day job as well, like the teaching side to it.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to pursue this path, just let them know. It's quite varied, but I think I've ended up in education because you're training the next generation.
Yeah.
That's where I'm spending my time in.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like the way